Jake already wicked in their mind, they fall right into it. You know? So he's the one behind all this wickedness going on in the earth. It's actually Esau Edom. Okay? That's the solution to fixing the problems of the earth. Getting rid of this man, setting up the righteous, okay? A righteous rulership on the earth. It has to come for all this madness to end. All right? We see the people are unhappy. We see people are what's that word? Mourning. There you go. Yeah, mourning. The whole earth is mourning. You know, the creatures of the earth, the animals are suffering. They're dying off. Okay, everything is dying under this man. Yet he's trying to talk about life and bettering it. I can make you better.
Sustainable development.
Exactly.
Augmented reality. We want to upgrade you.
Yeah, upgrade you.
Low vibration king that established a low vibration king.
You got something?
Actually, I had this saying from this. It was this. He was like a radio host. This was back in the 1960s. His name was Paul Harvey, and he made a speech on over the air, and it was titled "If I Were the Devil."
Oh yeah.
This was back in 1965 when he said this. When you listen to it, which I'm gonna upload it on my page, but it was like as if he was speaking from the perspective of the elites.
Yep.
The same elites that, you know, they set the curriculum for, you know, the school system throughout, you know, the Western world. They control, you know, the moral compass of society. They control, you know, behavior through mainstream media, social media, so on and so forth. So when you actually listen to it, it's like, damn, this is Satan casting out Satan.
Yep.
You know. So real quick, I'm gonna read it, and you know, we can throw some precepts out there. But this is what he said. I just wanted to bring this out real quick, because like brother quoted Job 9:24 earlier. You know, if not, where and who is he? You know, if this is not the devil, then who is the devil? All right, it says, this is what he said. If I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the world in darkness. You could just stop right there and bring out Ephesians, where it says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers,
Against the workers of darkness, against spiritual
against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Who's the rulers of the darkness of this world?
The same people he's speaking from the perspective of.
The elite.
You want to bring that out or no?
The ones who put out the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, the ones who funded and controlled the Tavistock Institute. All right? The Rothschilds, the Council of Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission,
World Economic Forum.
all of the devils, man. They're the reason why gross ignorance is rampant in the earth, man. Especially amongst our people. All right?
And it just sows more confusion. You got all these different religions and cultures, and Jake is, our people are so gullible to this shit. They just they're more engulfed in the darkness than the heathens. You know, at least the heathens got, you know, okay, they know a little bit about themselves. Our people don't know shit about themselves. You got it. Oh, you gonna read that scripture?
You got a scripture?
Oh yeah, I had the one you quoted.
I have one too.
Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. That's what they said in order, right? Against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And their principalities set up the darkness with the rulers of the world. That's what they want to push. It sets up the, what did it say right there? of spiritual wickedness in high places to where you only can funnel into those areas.
Yeah.
It's like the church is supposed to be teaching about righteousness, but you go there, you get more lost in the sauce, you know,
Yeah,
than
demons
you ever
put on
went.
you there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Chasing money, all kind of shit. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna read again. It says, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And that's literally what he did when he came out of the bottomless pit. He would go out and what? He would go out and deceive the nations. Right? Yep.
Habakkuk 2 and 5 in the NLT. It says, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many people.
Yep. Engulfed the whole entire world, man. It says,
All right, bro.
huh?
I had a precept real quick.
Yep.
To go with what you just read. This is Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen up upon thee. For behold, darkness cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be upon thee. Both shall be seen upon thee.
And that's the brightness of the Lord, you know, returning. You know, like it says in Ephesians, the 5th chapter. Somebody can find
I'm
it.
still there.
Because hey, that us coming into the truth, this is basically shedding a light, a bright light, in the midst of gross darkness. And that's the reason why this devil is fighting hard to cut the light off.
Yeah.
But you can't do it. It's shining bright on you, man. And everything is being seen. Everything. This is why this light is an agitation to you, man.
Yeah.
Because you work better in the dark. You know, when nobody can see your hidden hand with the wickedness you do. Trying to hide everything. You know?
Hidden hand.
Yeah, man.
Jake act like a nocturnal animal, where they want to see in the dark. No, the dark is wickedness. The dark is death. You know, like Jake, when we always say Jake want to be black. Black is death. That's a death style. Black culture. All these things that our people are in are darkness. You know.
Ephesians chapter 5, I'm going to start up at 8, and I'll jump down to 11 and 14. It says, for we were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. Right? It said, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable to the Lord Yahweh, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Right?
It is. That's all the works
But rather
of this.
reprove them.
That's all the works of this world that we adopted to ourselves. You know, being groomed up here, learning the ways of the West, man. You know, being a damn flame, a mole,
Yep.
a thought, a 304, a slut bag,
An adulterer,
adulterer,
an idolater. Yep.
You learn these ways from
Murderers.
the prince of darkness, man. The God of this world blinded you. But now the glorious, the light of the glorious gospel is being shined right now.
Yes, Lord.
Yep.
Verse 12, it says, for it is a shame to speak of those things which are done of them in secret, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light. Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh Mashiach shall give thee light.
Man.
That light is truth, is knowledge, is wisdom. You know, the Lord opened up your eyes to the witchcraft and the trickery of this devil, of this system. That's the light. That's the true light. The Lord's shining on you, you know?
As soon as you wake up to the light, Esau deems you a threat.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to come out of darkness. You were supposed to remain in darkness.
That's why the Matrix movie is a great analogy of this truth.
Yeah.
Because the moment you come out of being asleep in the Matrix, who comes to come
Everybody
get
trying
you?
to come get you. They
Here
trying
come
to come
all the
get you.
Smiths and Sentinels and
Everybody's an agent.
Everybody comes an
Everybody's a
agent
spy.
against you.
Yeah.
And you coming into this truth, you realize that you don't need weapons. You don't need anything of this world to defeat this man. All right? This word and this truth It's the way to defeat this man.
It's a two-edged sword.
This is the way to overcome death.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
This is the only way to overcome. Any other way, you're gonna fail.
Yep.
That's just the bottom, the truth.
Because his hands is in everything else.
Yep.
This is the only thing he doesn't have his hands.
Yeah.
And he tried. You know, a lot of people fell for it, but the truth, his hand can't be in the truth.
They can't.
You can't overthrow him economically. Okay, and you can't overthrow him by the sword. That's his power. You know?
Yep. Continuing on, he said, and I'd have a third of its real estate, talking about the real estate of you know, the country. Basically, I'm gonna own all of the housing market, control that. It says, and 4/5 of its population. But I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. That goes into his insatiable appetite, man. He can never be satisfied. He can never have enough.
He said, the brother read, he opened his mouth wider than
His desire is
wider than the grave.
his desire is as
and
hell,
yeah.
it is as death. It can never be satisfied.
That's the precept to it, yeah.
Yep. It says, so I set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whisperers with the wisdom of a serpent. I will whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please.
That's why America was labeled a land of the free. Hey, a land of the free. Why? Because you have the freedom to come over here and do as you please, which is pleasing your flesh.
What was it?
Don't skip over that Eve line.
Yeah.
Let's say that before we get into that line, right?
If I was the devil, I will whisper to you as I whispered to Eve.
What
Do
it
as
say?
you please.
Life, liberty, and
Pursuit of happiness.
You have the, and they ain't right for that over here. And that's doing what the hell you want to do. Whatever makes you happy, whatever freedoms you can afford, you can do them. You can go murder all the buffalo, you can kill all the people off the land, you can do whatever the hell you want to do, whatever makes you happy.
Sleep
And this
around with
baby there,
whatever and how,
there you go.
whenever. Yeah. No boundaries, no order. You know?
Keto.
Really, this is what the devil would do. This is
I
exactly what
whispered
the devil
to
would do.
Eve,
As I whispered to Eve.
And this is what all the freedoms and licenses she wanted. Back in the garden. This is what she went. Look,
She's like the face of liberalism right
man,
now.
particularly the black woman.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part about it is, what has it gotten you? But punished. You're about to be punished on a severe level. But anyway, just saying that, deceiving us like she was deceived.
What's that scripture? I think it's Job. It says the triumphing
Of the wicked is short
is short.
and but for a moment.
But for a moment, you know, these sellouts of our people who go into high positions of power, it's only for a moment, you know?
It's not even a day to the Heavenly Father.
It's short. It's short-lived.
They rule with 500 years now, close to that.
You know?
Nobody remembers 2 lifetimes ago. This, you remember now. This,
Hey, and think about it, because he said right before he made that statement about if he was the devil, he would begin a campaign of whispers and whisper to the people as he whispered to Eve. And what he said before that was he would subvert the churches first.
Yeah.
By campaigning, setting up whisperers. That's basically like, I'm gonna set up heresies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create heresies to get people talking and speaking, and it's spread through the churches.
That's where the first place they got rulership from. You go back to the Borgias. That's where they gained power at again when they got into the church. Once they got into the church, they began to rule the world from that position.
And that specifically attacks our people, because our people are spiritual people. You know, we know they're in all types of shit, witchcraft, but our people they're spiritual. They're in touch with the higher power, even though they may not know his name. and you know his true identity. But our people are spiritual, and that's how Esau works. He's gonna attack them. You know why you think they got the quiet